Welcome back to Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. I'm your host, Timepants, and today we're going to be headed to the Weald. We are going to be taking, some old friends. We're going to be taking, DeBose, Quit Wall Ahead, Cornelius, and Forno. I know, we've seen too much of this party, but like I said, we want to keep everybody's levels more or less clustered together until they leave, let's say, level 4, at which point, yeah, we can go hog wild and really do this without any sort of repercussions. But until such a time, let's just kind of go easy and make sure that, yeah, we're not going to out-level anybody and put ourselves in a bad situation. I keep repeating it, but I'm not saying it to you. I know you're smart enough. I'm saying it to me because I know I'm not. So, again, just please excuse me. I'm sorry. But, yeah, I think we should be able to, let's see. Yeah, we will not make much use of her map here. That's unfortunate. But, anyway, explore 90% of rooms. Let's camp, and let's go. As I said last time, we are coming up on kind of a big moment in Darkest Dungeon. What moment is that, you ask? I'm so glad you did. Well, we are going to be seeing accuracy. We are going to be seeing a new character class introduced. We're going to be getting the Houndmaster, and that's going to be our first pet class. Well, this is why we removed the moon rings, so we didn't get ambushed in this terrible situation where we can't rearrange the party. This is a little bit unfortunate. How do we want to do this? If we jump forward, let's see, what's his speed? 5. It seems equally likely that our Vestal will go first. Do we want to pass the turn? No. This seems like a bad enough situation that we want to kind of get on this right away. 75% chance to hit. Let's take the more accurate swing, and F. Well, at least we were able to get our party rearranged. Not too bad. Resist the stun. If we can dodge one more stun here, I think we're in pretty good shape. Good. If we can get the stun here, great. Now we're looking really good. I honestly cannot believe our good luck. I know, generally speaking, you want to go after the Slavering Ghoul, but the thing is, these two guys can stun, and I don't want them to hamstring our ability to take this thing out maybe in the future or anything like that. I am going to avoid Retribution because if he does his big stress attack, it doesn't do damage, so we don't actually get any benefit on the riposte. So let's just, keep slugging away at this thing. Yeah, see, our riposte, fortunately we got a really nice dodge there, but our riposte would have done no damage, and we would have done an attack that had relatively pitiful damage on its own, so this is fine. Our situation's looking really good now. Yeah, that's great. We couldn't have asked for a much better ambush than that, if you can believe it. And let's go ahead and swap you. Put these things on. Why would I do that? And kill the lights, and we go. All right. So yeah, I think, barring some sort of catastrophe where there are obstacles here and here, yeah, I think we proceed and try and get both of these. Surprised again. That is unfortunate, because we did choose the Bounty Hunter's skill set with the express purpose, or camping skill with the express purpose of dodging these surprises. But speaking of dodge, we have actually been doing a pretty admirable job of it. And if she can jump back, then she's going to be in perfect position, or rather, put our bounty hunter in perfect position for the next round if he even gets to attack. One thing I have been thinking about is there are 2 more classes coming out with the, yeah, this is what a spoiled ass, this is what a spoiled ass person I am. I am already thinking about the next classes as, yeah, the Houndmaster has not even come out. It's coming out in a week. I'm already looking ahead. Gosh, what are the next classes going to be? Well, it's going to be the Merchant. And then there was one more class, and there's a little bit of confusion as to the sort of the situation with the bonus class on account of some kind of vaguely worded Kickstarter incentives or stretch goals or pledge goals or whatever. Basically, yeah, the situation is this: there's going to be a class that comes out that is designed by somebody who pledged an enormous amount on the gosh, I can't speak. On the Kickstarter. And yeah, the question was, well, okay, you know, they get to design it, but are people who only pledged that target amount, are they the only ones who are going to get the new class? No. There's going to be a variant class. Basically, from my understanding, it's just a reskin, and that is going to be backer exclusive to, you know, a certain tier of donation, and then everybody who bought the game is going to have access to the player designed class. So I've already been kind of thinking and sort of conjuring in my head what kind of thing I would make if I were the person in charge. And I still haven't gotten my heal over time class, but you know, if I had my druthers, the heal over time class would just be an addition to the Arbalest's heal. Just slap on like a 2-point heal over time on top of, you know, whatever whatever her current heal is, like the 3/3 with plus heal effectiveness. I think that would be fine. I still don't think that would make the Arbalists. I still don't think that would make the Arbalists heal overpowered. As a matter of fact, I don't think it would really. I don't think it would really do too much other than make it a more appealing option, just in more situations. So that's my 2 cents on the matter. But yeah, what would I do for my own class? Well, assuming that, yeah, I believe it's called the Lord class, and assuming, yeah, we don't have holy water, assuming that this is not, yeah, assuming that, you know, we have perfect reign, you know, free reign over their entire skill set, and they aren't going to add a heal over time effect to the Arbalest, yeah, first things first, I'd give the Lord a heal over time effect, and I would make it so that Death's Door wiped that effect. Like, that would wipe the buff. So I feel like that already prevents it from becoming too overpowered as basically life insurance. But on top of that, I think there are some, I mean, if you've been listening to me prattle on about some of the other classes, Leper in particular, I think one of the most compelling things about this game, other than the fact that it's just really fucking good, I think one of the most compelling things about the game is the mark effect. I love mark interactions. I think they're so cool. I think they're really interesting. And I would definitely like to see... Oh, this is kind of annoying. I'd definitely like to see a lot more of them. So, one thing that I would like the Lord to do is not have the ability to mark, but I'd like for the Lord to actually have the ability to turn mark into something else. Now hear me out. Mark is interesting to me because unlike bleed, unlike blight, unlike other debuffs, mark is always applied. So it doesn't have any effect on its own, but mark can't be resisted. So I think, yeah, he got the stun resist because she didn't have something else to use. Yeah, so mark is always applied. I said one thing and did the other. I'm an idiot and I'm just not paying attention. Alright, whatever. Yeah, mark is always applied. So that means that, good lord, that means that, well, let's pray. That means that you have a lot more opportunities to use mark creatively. If you give somebody some sort of skill that is entirely mark dependent. So what I'm thinking is, what if you give the Lord, I'm already halfway done with the dungeon, I haven't even gotten to my thesis yet. What if you gave the Lord a bunch of, like, fairly middling base damage, but you gave him a bunch of abilities that turned mark into something else? So think about this, like, if you have a marked creature and he hits them with one ability, then he does, like, basically, you know, standard 100% base damage, but it turns mark into stun, or it turns mark into it turns mark into a debuff, or it turns mark into it turns mark into like a into blight. And so this gives you the ability to basically apply debuffs to creatures that cannot be debuffed. So, you know, something with 200% debuff resistance, or like 200%, like 200% blight resistance, now you can actually apply a negative effect on them, and you can actually get some benefit out of that. I think that would be interesting. And then you could have, you know, a whole suite of effects that, they're conditional upon you having the right, having mark on them at the right time. But, yeah, you could get bonus damage, like bonus dot effects and things like that, without actually having, to beat their resistance. You just have to have the mark up. I think that would be really cool. And then you just have it destroy the mark. Like, it is, it's not, the mark would immediately go away after that. And, ditch you, and honestly I don't think we need the food. Yeah, so the mark would go away, so you can't be in a situation where you have like an occultist and like 3 lords, and from one mark you're able to get like bleed, blight, stun, or something like that. So I think that would cover like most of his base skills. Maybe, you know, he doesn't have like a regular single hit attack, you know, just like your standard crush or something like that. So he gets his heal over time. He gets the 4 skills for like crush, or he gets 4 skills, like 1 replacement effect for bleed, 1 replacement for blight, 1 for stun, 1 for 1 for stun, 1 for debuff. And then his last one could be like a self buff to actually make his damage like good. Because what I'm imagining is that as compensation for like the incredible versatility and the fact that he's able to apply all of these status effects through resistance, his base damage would be somewhat poor overall. Why don't we go ahead and have the last fight here? Doesn't that sound interesting? Yeah. Then his final skill could be, yeah, like, plus 50% damage or something like that. A buff where he's actually able to become a competent fighter without having the benefit of a mark. But it costs a turn. So again, he is completely reliant on conditions. Either the condition of somebody else uses a turn to mark a target, or he uses a turn to buff himself. So he requires this momentum to get rolling. I don't know. Just something I've been thinking about. I think we can definitely get some mileage out of Retribution here. Just something I've been thinking about, but I think it'd be kind of cool. Don't you think? I mean, maybe it's just me. But like I said, I think Mark is such an interesting skill. Like, I think it's so... It's very unique. Because, yeah, it's... By itself, it's nothing. It just changes the prop... I need to do something about this. I'm changing her skills immediately after this. But yeah, it's... All it does is change the properties of other skills. Which is, like I said, super cool. I'm geeking out over it because that's what I do. This is my replacement for a social life and skills. But yeah, I think it's something I'd like to see. And boom, big finish. Nothing through this door, but we definitely generated a tidy profit with just a little bit of extra effort. And this is going to be another short one, 16 and a half minutes. Not bad. Sorry, just taking a quick drink of my sweet beverage here. And we are all level 4, and nobody's really at risk of running away with levels here. Flagellant, that's fine. Overall pretty good. Those quirks were all pretty worthless, but that is fine. And now, yeah, we are looking pretty good here. I don't want to ditch quit while ahead. I think we're fine. Anyway, that is all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.